What's up, everybody? Welcome to the SILVERJACKIFY hour. This is going to be a lot of fun, guys. Dare I say it will be the best hour of Hobby Palooza. I got some awesome guests, and we got some great content prepared. So I'm going to intro a couple of guys. So first off, I'm going to intro my partner in crime. If you guys watch my channel, you know that me and Vince, New York Yanks fan 7, do videos together where we count down our best cards, and it's created some awesome collaborations. So first off, welcome Vince to the show. How you doing, Vince?
Well, I also played softball this morning, Joe.
Oh, you did?
I did for the second week in a row, and for the first time in 25 years. And honestly, I feel like I've been hit by a bus. So, I made it. I made the effort to get here today.
How did you play?
For not bad. Let's put it this way: if we're competitive, people will be pissed off at me. But I'm still trying to get my groove back. As I said, it's been 25 years. I actually held my glove, which I pulled out of the attic.
So I have something I have to admit that I'm kind of embarrassed to say this, but for the first time in my softball career, I struck out today.
That's hard to do. That ball's pretty big.
I struck out in slow pitch softball this morning. I tried to work the count, and I don't know, it was a ball inside, and I was swung. And I looked behind me, and I asked the ump, did I tip it? And she's like, no, you're out.
Nice.
I see Paul Mizzle's on. Yeah, hell yeah. All right, so one more person that I want to introduce doesn't need any introduction, but I'm going to introduce him anyway. Allow myself to introduce myself. My boy, he does the Rookie Explosion Box and does some awesome analysis videos. My boy, Filmington, is also here.
What's going on, gentlemen?
I know you did a video with Stoff last night, right?
Yeah, I'd recommend that nobody watch that. In the comments kind of show that, it's not just me thinking that we bombed. It was terrible. So,
isn't that like the premise? Isn't like the idea that you guys are supposed to bomb?
I guess so. I'm not really used to doing that myself, but if they want to go out there and kamikaze themselves, then that's their style.
Hey Phil, I watched that, and was Bob Lewis holding up a framed picture of Eric Jabs? What was that thing?
I think he might have been.
Yeah.
I think he might go back with Jabs. They're both from the Pittsburgh area, and probably hang out on weekends. Yeah.
Yeah. I tuned in late, and I'm like, who the hell is that a picture of?
Oh, and we also have
cheers.
Boy, the LA Beast is here. I was wondering if you're going to be able to make it. I don't know if you've ever done a StreamYard before. Have you ever done one before?
No, but I'm trying to share it to my fan base right now. Is there a YouTube link or no?
Yeah, it's like so. If you look at the thumbnail, it says I have no topic.
Okay.
So I'm sure everyone's going to want to tune in because they're going to, if you share that with your 3 million subscribers and you tell them that you have no topic, that you're joining a stream where they have no topic, I'm sure they'll be really excited to jump on.
Okay. What do I type in on the YouTube search to get to this specific live stream?
Joe, I just put the link to the stream in the chat so he can.
Oh, see, Mike,
okay.
Mike's there to help us out.
Thank you. By
the way, that was Mike, baseball collector. So LA Beast, by the way, he's kind of a star. So you kind of
no.
So I was we were in a beer pong tournament last night, and I'm hanging out with Beast, and all of a sudden a girl walks over and she's like, "Oh my God, can I take a picture with you?" My son would be so excited.
I've known that lady since like 1990 through elementary school, and I think it's crazy that her 9-year-old son is like an LA Beast fan.
Yep.
So it's mind blowing to me that as a regular guy that just posts videos to YouTube that somehow, some way I get paid to do this as a living. It's crazy.
And then like 5 minutes later, I think someone mentioned that you were on the main site on Yahoo.
Right. That. I don't know. That's news to me. So
I could definitely tell you I've never been like on the main Yahoo site before.
not yet. But after I share this link out, we're all going to be on the Yahoo page.
I have this thing where I try to give away I have like a custom card, and
Okay.
I don't know if Mike's still on, but I try to hand it to people, and or I'll leave it on the ground at Yankee Stadium, and people just kind of walk past and kick it on the ground. But I haven't I don't have that level of fame yet, but I'm getting there. I got like 12,000 subscribers. So.
Hey, that's a lot. That's a lot.
All right, guys. So just a couple of things. So for anybody that hasn't done Hobby Palooza yet, for those of you guys that are just joining, so a couple of things. First off, if you do a super chat, if you do a super chat and it's $5 super chat, you get one entry into at the end of Hobby Palooza. There's going to be 8 hobby boxes that are given away. And so if you enter a $5 super chat into the stream right now over the next hour, you'll get one entry into that. $20 super chat, you get 5 entries. $50, you get 15 entries, and $100, you get 40 entries. It's 8 different hobby boxes that you'll have the opportunity to win. And then in addition to that, we are in this stream right now, not at the end of Hobby Palooza, but in this stream right now. There you go. Thank you, Johnny75. He said, you need a Mets fan in here somewhere to balance this group out. So we got Phil, you're a Red Sox fan?
Nothing.
Nothing?
My team loyalty changes with the win, so I could be a Yankees fan, I could be a Red Sox fan. Who's in first place? The Yankees, I guess. Even though the Red Sox have won 8 of the last 10.
Yeah, the Yankees have been doing pretty good. They're having I don't know if you heard, but they're having a pretty good year.
Enjoy it while it lasts until you meet up with Houston in the playoffs again. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, actually, I'm just checking there right now. It's 3-3 in extra innings. The Yankees went 16 innings without a hit, but they tied it up 3-3. So, and then Beast, what team are you a fan of?
I guess I would say I'm a fan of the Chicago Cubs because I feel like I helped reverse the curse of the Billy Goat. Like it was like Takiro Kobayashi, the hot dog guy, and like a bunch of competitive eaters. We ate a 40-pound goat, and like my job was to eat like the head, the tongue, the brain, the eyes, and like I was being interviewed by a Chicago local news station. And I was like, "Excuse me," and like I had to go to the bathroom immediately, and it was just like I felt like the curse went through my body.
Wait, so
and like.
You say it one more time. You ate a what? A 40-pound goat?
Yes, it was a goat, but like the head that I was eating, it like wasn't cooked. So I was eating like raw goat brains, and like the Cubs went on to like win their first playoff game in a while, and then they won the World Series the next year. So, go
wow.
Cubs!
Yeah, so maybe you can eat a goat for the Yankees this year for me.
I thought I had like parasites in my stomach after that, so
it's worth it.
I think we'll see.
That's what you call a clean bulk, And I mean, I'm sure the stomach was cooked. Some parts of it were cooked.
Like everything else was cooked except the things I was eating from the goat.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Vincent,
you get more amino acids that way.
Vince, would you be willing to eat a goat for the Yankees to win a championship this year?
No. That's an easy no.
Well,
yeah. I won't even eat a Taco Bell for the Yankees to win a championship, okay?
We made it into the Wall Street Journal, and like there I was, like eating the head right there.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So that's legitimate. Like if you go to the Wikipedia page. I think the Yankees can do it. They don't need a.
Yeah, you're right. They don't need to eat a goat.
Yeah.
We don't need to be eating goats.
They get it done.
So anyway, to kind of finish my thought, we're giving away a high-end rookie explosion box at the end of this stream, and the way that's going to be determined, by the way, guys, is New York Yanks fan 7 Vince is going to pick out his favorite comment of the live stream, and whoever has the best comment will win this rookie explosion box. So it's totally up to. So you guys might want to like placate to Phil to Vince in the comments somehow. So do what you got to do. But one of the ways that you'll get his attention is through a super chat. So right. So Phil, maybe could you just maybe talk about like what is a rookie explosion? Like what is the high end rookie explosion box?
Yeah. So for those of you that don't know the product, I've got 3 different variations of the RC explosion box. I've been doing this for over 3 years now, about 3.5 years. And one of the latest installments is this high end baseball version. And you get between, usually it's between like 4 to 7 packs, all premium packs, for the most part, all hobby. Everybody gets a guaranteed lineup. So in this month's lineup, there is 2018 Topps Update, I think 2010 Bowman Draft, 2012 Finest, rest in peace Bryce Harper, 2022 Bowman First Edition, and then 2022 Bowman Jumbo Hobby. So pretty loaded lineup this month. So you get one of each of those packs. There's also 1 in 6 chance of a bonus pack. So yes, Joe and I split that, and that will go out to a lucky winner.
Nice. And
Nice.
Another thing I want to say is, so for you, those of you guys that do a super chat, some of that money will be going to Signature for Soldiers. I guess proceeds of that. So not only will you have a chance of winning some hobby boxes, but you'll also be donating to Signature for Soldiers, which is pretty awesome. So. All right, guys. What I wanted to do is so the main topic I think for today is going to be like 80s stuff, and I feel like Beast has all like you could probably just go through everything behind you.
No, I especially picked out everything that's to the side of me. You can't see everything that I'm going to show you.
Awesome. I could see Mike Tyson's Punch Out in the upper right hand corner there. That's awesome.
I was going to say. One of my favorite Nintendo games is, in fact, Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. Yes, but I have a good hobby regret. When we get to the regret part, I have a good one for that. So, yeah,
nice. So we're going to be talking 80s, and then we're going to get into hobby regrets. But before I get into that, just wanted to go around the room and just see if you guys have any what are you guys collecting right now? I just want to like general. If you're collecting at all, like, are you guys like, Phil, if you're going to the National, like, are you after anything in particular? I'm just kind of curious.
Yeah, this is the first time I'm driving there, so I have the ability to, it's a little bit more feasible for me to take home wax. So I'll be looking for deals on wax. We'll see. Right now, over the last week or two, the capital markets have kind of been a roller coaster like, and I think that's caused a lot of people to panic sell, panic list certain things that normally wouldn't be available. So I started to see deals like I saw on eBay this past week. At the National. I wish I was there Saturday and Sunday. Unfortunately, I am leaving Saturday, and a lot of the good wax deals tend to be more prominent, I guess, prevalent on Sunday. But we'll see. I mean, I don't have high expectations singles-wise, because I know that's what you guys will be talking about mostly. I haven't really been buying a whole lot. I kind of slowed that down in January just because of inflationary shit. And I didn't expect, energy prices to get this expensive. But that's been a double whammy, and that's obviously the major contributor to inflation. So...
Are you going to the National?
Me?
Yeah. Okay. You'll be there.
Yeah. I mean, my VIP ticket's booked. I'm staying at the Hard Rock.
You're probably hosting a party too, right?
You know what? Yeah. Haven't yet talked about that. Pepino Man's usually my co-host. He's not going to be there. I haven't talked to Eloy the Goat, but he's West Coast too, so I'm not sure if he's going to be there. So maybe Joe, maybe you can be the co-host, and we can start to promote it here.
Yes, I'm down. I'll be there from Thursday to Sunday.
Well, that's first step. You'll be there on Friday night. And, we're not going to compete with baseball collectors thing. He's going to do something a little bit closer to the convention center. What we should maybe do is, but are you staying at a hotel?
Airbnb.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
It'd be nice if you were staying at the Hard Rock. We just do it there, but
check for hidden cameras with the Airbnb on that one.
By the way, I'm okay with competing with Mike Baseball Collectors.
Same night, same time?
Same night, same time.
8 to 11 Eastern.
I'm holding up a finger down here, Joe. Guess which one?
That's awesome. Vince, what are you going to the National? You still undecided, right?
Still undecided.
Okay.
So TBD.
Okay.
TBD.
And if you do go, anything in particular?
So Yeah, I'm actually more specifically, I'm looking for a Diamond Stars Jimmy Fox, 1934-35 Diamond Stars. Looking for a 51 Bowman Yogi Berra. Um, you know, the 34 Gaudy Gehrig is rapidly escaping my comfort level as far as even the low grades. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, I feel like there's more, there's more room to go down a little bit on cards, because of the current market environment. So I'm not in any rush to get anything, but I feel like there are going to be a lot of good buying opportunities. I'm thinking like maybe there'll be a lot of stubborn sellers at the National that are kind of like living in the, pre-recession days or whatever, downturn days, and they were going to ask for crazy prices and not want to move because they got so much into the card. I don't know. But yeah, that's kind of, I'm not really going crazy looking for stuff. There's a couple things I would like to add to the collection. Yeah, like those in particular. So
yeah, the one thing, like, obviously, if you buy it at the show, like, you don't have to worry about like fees and shipping, so that maybe you get a good deal. But I'm worried that, to your point, that people are still going to be at like March prices or late last year kind of prices, and I won't end up with anything. So whatever.
Especially vintage, because these guys aren't they haven't lost their shirt yet, like a lot of these other new dealers, right?
Exactly.
They've been in the hobby for longer than one market cycle. So, and that's always the theme for the shows, right? Vintage is, it's hard to get dealers to budge on some of that shit. Some of those older dealers, right?
By the way, Vince, you keeping track of the comments? Because there's a lot of pressure on you to come up, like, figure out what you think is the best comment of the stream.
I am paying attention. So yes, I am paying attention.
Like, because Philly Joe, he just donated, I think, right? There's no.
I can't be bought. I cannot be bought.
Thanks, Philly Joe.
So
there was something. There was a comment, like something about like, can he even read?
Yeah, no, not really. So we'll see how that goes by the end of this hour.
All right, and then Beast, what do you like? I know, like, a lot of people don't realize, like you collect sports cards. You collect a little bit of everything, but do you have any focus right now on what you're picking up?
Like, growing up as a kid, an LA Beast fan sent me this 89 Upper Deck Ken Griffey Jr. rookie, and to me, this was like the holy grail of cards. But yeah, like just like. I would say my holy grail that I would try and find, like the 51. But when you said 51 Bowman, I pulled this Danny Litweiler out, which is like worth what, $1 or whatever. Awesome. But like that's the oldest card I have. I would like to find a Frank Thomas no name error rookie card, and those are like very, very scarce. Yeah, that would be a holy grail item for me. But like as you can see behind me, I love like late 80s, early 90s nostalgic kind of stuff like Nintendo, Ghostbusters. But I would say I more collected baseball cards growing up as a kid than I do now. But yeah, like I tried to find like a LaMelo Ball rookie card and just opening up the packs. And it was like go ahead.
You picked up a bunch of Kobe Bryant rookies.
Oh yeah. Yep. I think I have like 27 PSA 9 graded Kobe Bryant rookies that are just sitting in the safe there. But
you picked them up at a good time too, I think, from what you told me. It was a while. Yeah, it was a while ago. But whatever piques my interest is what I go out and try and buy. And like I appreciate what you guys do and trying to like collect the older like Mickey Mantles, Yogi Berras. I think that's pretty awesome. So yeah. So I want to stick with you, Beast. Like I'm very curious as to like your so when we talk about 80s, some of the things that you like, some of your favorite collectibles from the 80s. You said you had a couple of things that you have to the side there.
Well, if we're keeping with the baseball card thing, I think it's pretty cool that Billy Ripken signed his F-face error card. Like he did. Like I like bought the box, studied the numbers of which box would actually have the error, and then like he came to my hometown the next week and signed the card. I was like, whoa, that's crazy. But I collect starting lineups. Nice.
The FF error. This one's in a 10. It's like my That's one of my favorite 80s cards. I made sure to pull that out.
8.5.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
But like starting lineups, I feel like you can pick these up for like $5 a pop, and it's just like a nice display piece. I got like Mr. T, a box of Mr. T cereal. There's no cereal in it; it's just the box. But still, it's like hard to come by. So, yeah,
I don't remember that Mr. T cereal.
Yeah,
it was from like Pee-wee's Big Adventure, I think, from like that movie. Yeah.
Would you eat the cereal if it was still there, though?
Yes, I did. I actually bought I bought all these 80s and 90s, like Batman cereal, the Addams Family, and I did a video on that. And you know what? For human science sake, I was fine. So you can eat a box of cereal from 1988 and be just fine.
So you ate, like, what was it? What kind of cereal was it?
Batman cereal. It was like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cereal. Actually, I have like some G.I. Joe action stars off to the side. The bag was open since 1985, and like that made the chemicals made my tongue burn on that one. And I think a challenge for you guys is to eat the gum out of like 80s packs.
I know. I actually wanted to do that for the stream, but I don't have any 80s packs. Otherwise, I totally like. But I've heard that if you eat it, it just kind of disintegrates in your mouth, right?
It's like dust, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Do you remember Nintendo cereal? There was like a Nintendo cereal.
I'm looking right at it right there. Yeah. Yep.
Oh, you have Nintendo cereal?
It's Nintendo cereal system. That one actually does have the cereal in it. And like on eBay, those go for roughly like $300.
Wow.
And like just the empty boxes can go for like $200-300 as well. So it's like I've been like cherry picking everything from eBay because like I have a pretty good memory and like I know what I like, so that's what I do. But like I want to hear more about what you guys do and like what you guys collect, you know? Like when it comes to the sports cards and stuff like that. Well, I think it's interesting.
I could show you guys. I'll do mine. So I picked out 10 of my favorite cards from the 80s, and so these are my favorite. Obviously everyone could have a totally different opinion, but I already showed it. The Bill Ripken has to be one of my top 10 favorite cards from the 80s. 89 Fleer. You guys know I'm a huge Donnie baseball fan. Vince probably would know my list even before I show it. But this is a Don Mattingly, the 84 Topps, but this is the Tiffany version beast. This is this one's a little bit a lot more rare. And you can see on the back.
Nice.
See how it's glossy on the back, so it's kind of like a special version.
What does Tiffany mean? I've heard it being tossed around. Like, what does it mean specifically? For those that don't know, like myself,
I don't know if it has any particular. It's just the Topps came out with a special limited set.
Okay.
Called Tiffany.
Gotcha.
That were more glossy. I don't know if the Tiffany has any meaning. Do you know, Vince?
Okay.
No, I think I just separate that as like a premier edition top set by calling it the Tiffany. You know.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Oh, maybe it was because the Tiffany silverware, and they were going with that. You know.
Essentially, I have the welfare version of that card here. This is the non-Tiffany. Base top.
So show the back. Show the back real quick.
Yeah, so you can see the difference. I don't know.
Yeah. So that's what Vince has is like what you would usually have, but this is the Tiffany version.
Vince's looks more like cardboard, and yours is like more orange,
laminated.
Yeah. And of course, as a Mattingly fan, that is like the card. I can't imagine like any card, me wanting any other card. I know there's probably one of one Mattingly's out there, but I'm just not into that. Oh, and there's the 84 Don Russ, which of course I had to pull out. So the 84, here we go. 84 Don Russ, Donnie baseball, of course.
Are you guys more focused on Yankees players as your favorite cards from the 80s or not necessarily?
Yeah, Yankees and Mets.
Okay.
Yankees and Mets, pretty much. Mostly.
Yeah, so definitely more of a focus for me, Yankees. But that doesn't mean I don't collect so I pulled out, Canseco, obviously 86 Donruss Canseco. The McGuire. This is one of I always loved this set, the 87 top set, because it's just it was so massively overproduced. And I'm sure all of us have boxes and boxes and boxes of commons of this crap. This one is also the Tiffany, so you can see here. There's the back. You can see it's glossy.
He's a top-notch collector.
Yeah, yeah. I always have to.
Only
I always
the
have to go way over the top. And here's another Tiffany, the 89 tops Tiffany Griffey. Actually, no. This is just the regular. Sorry, this is. I for some reason I decided to pull out the. I do have the Tiffany, but this is just the regular 89 tops traded Griffey. This is another Tiffany. This is one of my favorite cards of all time, the Bo Jackson with the Future Stars, 87 tops, and then you can say again in the back. And then, of course, I'd be remiss if I didn't pull out the 89 Upper Deck Griffey, which is probably the most
Nice.
I mean, probably the most important card of the 80s is the 89 Upper Deck Griffey. And I remember when I was a kid, I would pull, those packs costed $1. And I remember being because in the prior to that, a pack would be 25 cents. And then the 89 Upper Deck being $1 was whoa, it's $1. That's a really premier set. And then it's amazing that Upper Deck had the foresight to put that as the #1 card in the set. And then I just wanted to, 2 basketball cards. There we go. The 86 Fleer Jordan, and then of course the Magic Johnson Larry Bird rookie cards. So to me, those are my top 10 favorite 80s cards.
I brought that too because that's just a killer card. Very few cards in the hobby feature 3 guys like this on a single card, right? So,
Vince, I think we might have just found our winner for the rookie explosion box. You see this? Richard Turner, Judge 3-run home run. Woo!
I did see that.
Love it.
There's already one in my. There's already one that has yet to be topped in my mind. So, but we'll see. We still have time.
Okay, all right. It's up to Vince. It's not up to me, guys. But that's all. Judge is having a season. What do you think? Do you think he'll re-sign with the Yanks?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Phil, what do you think?
Well, was it yesterday that he got extended for 1 year to avoid arbitration? But you're talking about beyond that.
Yeah, so
it's tough. He's making a decision tough because he already brings the intangibles, right?
Right.
Clubhouse leader, a real leader. No offense to Jeter, but I think he's more of a outgoing personality. So it's not just leading by example based on what he does on the field, but also the off the field stuff. They need somebody like that. I think every clubhouse needs somebody like that.
Right.
Look at the Boston Celtics; they needed somebody like that. Maybe Horford, but yeah, man. But even though he's killing it right now, I think his defense, at least based on some of the metrics I'm looking at, he might not be a clear favorite for MVP right now based on what he's done. I think he's right up there with Devers, Jose Ramirez, and Mike Trout. They're all very close based on Fangraphs WAR, which is just one WAR measure. But
Right. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. So I wanted to ask, I'm a little confused by this. I don't know why, but is he on the Yankees next year as well, or just this year? Do you guys know? I thought it was just they settled for this year and he's a free agent.
He's a free agent this year. This is this year.
Okay. Right. Okay. All right.
He's a free agent come October or November.
Right. Oh, okay. Judge turned down the Yanks offer. Got it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So I think they went to arbitration.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. If you're on this crappy rookie contract, you have an opportunity to make a little money as a player,
which was foreseen. Yeah. Okay.
Right. And I think it was for this year. I think Judge wanted $721. The Yankees wanted to give him $17 million. And then the arbitrate without having to go to arbitration, they settled for $19 million for this year.
Got it. Arbitration was late because of the lockout. That makes sense.
Yeah,
I saw the headline, but I didn't click into it. Got it.
Yeah. All right, so awesome. Vince, do you want to show? I know you showed off a couple of
Yeah, so for me, it's more about like stuff like this Eric Davis 85 Donruss. Just a great
Interesting.
looking rookie card of a guy who started out looking like he'd be the second coming of Mays. Obviously, it didn't work out that way, but just still a great player and just a great looking action shot. Love 85 Donruss. I'm kind of biased towards that a little bit. And then even like Mattingly's like this. I remember just pulling this out of a Flair rack pack and being so excited. One of the earliest insert cards, the Flair All-Star team, which started in 86 and then 87 and subsequent years. But literally, I think the first pack pulled insert you can get back in the 80s were these Flair All-Star team cards. So I really like that. And then, Dwight Gooden in the 80s was just,
Dwight Gooden.
Yeah, I can't, this lighting here. So cards like this 86 Donruss, great action shot. The 84 Topps traded, which was like a grail card back then, right? You'd see pictures in magazines, but how do you get that? The sets weren't for sale unless you, I guess, went to a show or had a local card store. And then again, this was a big one too back then, this 84 Flair update. So
Mike, did you just do cool thing where you zoomed in on New York Yanks fans 7? Okay.
He did.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes,
this is I feel like I'm I'm in this really cool show where I'm switching screen.
And then Henderson is also a classic rookie card from the 80s here, right? Great looking shot.
That's the one I was thinking of.
Yeah.
I was wondering when the New York bias was going to go away. That's one of my favorite cards from the 80s, if anyone is curious.
Yeah.
Was Dennis Eckersley on that team or no?
No.
Or no?
He was in
No.
Boston, I think, or Chicago.
Okay.
I don't know. Boston. In the 80s.
Okay.
Yeah. 1980, I think he was in Boston. So, but yeah, stuff like that. I mean, and then just, again, the good and rookie cards from 85 are always a big deal. I pack pulled this, not this one, but this card. I was in Winthrop, Massachusetts back in the day at the CVS buying packs of 85 Topps. And I remember being so excited to pull a $3 Dwight Gooden rookie card, which, gets me thinking nowadays, these kids at these card shows are pulling out Pelican cases with 4 and 5 figure cards. Like back in the 80s, we had $5 cards. It was a huge deal. It's of course, they didn't have the artificial and manufactured scarcity of cards. It was just you buy packs and you got what you got, but there were no inserts, there were no shiny stuff, autographs, things like that. But what a difference, now it's the amount of money kids are carrying to shows at age 14, 15 is absurd. In my opinion.
Yeah, I was gonna say so Beast, when Phil and I were in Chicago, there was a night where it was a trade night, I guess. After the show was over, everyone all these kids, I was blown away by it. All these kids that are just like Vince said, 13, 14 years old, in this hotel, they're little entrepreneurs. It was unbelievable. It just they took up the entire lobby of the hotel. All these kids just set up a table on their own, put out these very impressive collections, really valuable, impressive collections, and we're doing deals in the hotel lobby. I just was I thought it was so cool because I was I think it's actually a great way. If you're a younger kid that's learning, what you want to do in life, that's a great skill to have. To have a collection, set up shop, learn how to negotiate, learn how to interact with people, get sell cards, negotiate, get lower prices to buy cards. I thought it was really that was really an eye-opening experience for me because I was just walking the floor going, wow, I thought this hobby was just for people my age that loved it in the 80s and 90s, but there was a lot of younger kids that were getting into it, and I was like, this is just so awesome. I ended up doing a video where I just kind of filmed it all, and I was just blown away. So it was really cool.
Would you say the cards that these younger kids nowadays are pulling are worth a lot more money than the ones back in the cards from the 80s were throwaway cards. I have 10,000 cards up in the attic right now, and now it's you pull one card, it's a gold prism, this or that. It could be worth 10 grand. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And the one thing I was going to say, with negotiation skills, I enjoy using eBay so I don't have to do the person to person negotiation. I'm bad at that. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Like, what's the best you can do on it? Okay, I'll buy it. Okay, I'll take it.
Yeah.
You
But
feel
that's-
bad like hurting people's feelings. So like sending an
Yeah.
eBay lowball, you don't really feel too bad doing that. And half the time it gets auto rejected anyways. And you're like, okay, fair enough. No hard feelings. But yeah, it shows, man, these kids, like you would have thought and I think COVID had the effect of me, some of my social skills diminishing a bit. These kids didn't lose a step. This is right after lockdowns were lifted. And oh my God, these kids are great. They say all the right things, and they're fierce. They don't back down. And it's they're misrepresenting comps, but they're doing it in a way where, okay, if I didn't know much or didn't have a card ladder app or didn't use the alt app, I'd be screwed right now. But yeah, you guys, they're doing it the right way.
Yeah, no, it's like the balls on these kids. Like you just said, Phil, they walk up to a table, they have 5 cards in their hands, and they know it's like a $20 card. They're like, would you take it for 50? They don't even hesitate. I'd be embarrassed to be like, oh, right. But they don't care. They'll walk right up and be like, here's what I got. And then they start negotiating from there. And I don't know. It's great to see.
Average age, would you say 19 to 21 at that trade night?
Yeah, there was 19 to 21, but there was even kids younger than that
right.
were I was blown away with some of the collections that these kids had. And I'm assuming that maybe, their parents paid for a lot of it, but who knows? Maybe I'm making the wrong assumption. Maybe they just, they've been wheeling and dealing, and now they got this impressive collection. So, but it's awesome to see.
I'm going to super chat right now, so bear with me for a second. Keep talking.
Oh, yeah.
Vince, a lot of these smiling faces and happy collectors on YouTube, they don't have a mortgage. So,
true.
I know.
True. That's true. Did you have any other cards you wanted to show?
Yeah, I brought a bunch, but I can just show real quick. Again, it's a common theme. Unfortunately, it's going to be, I'll try to mix it up a little bit, but here's this Puckett from 86 Donruss that I really like.
Kirby Puckett, baby. Kirby Puckett's the man.
Yes.
Heck yeah.
Really like this card. And then as far as, Griffey Jr. is concerned, I'm kind of partial to this 89 Donruss Baseball's Best. I know the upper deck is incredibly popular and iconic or whatever, but I like this one a lot. It's tough. Fortunately for this card, it was inserted in the middle of the cello wrap deck, so it wasn't as prone to having rounded corners. When it's cellophane wrapped, you're not likely to give it, or more difficult to get a 10 grade. So this one, because he wasn't yet quite the big star, but he was supposed to be, and he became one, obviously. But in the subsequent Baseball's Best set the following year, he was card number 1. And that sits at the top of the deck in the cello wrap, and that is very hard. I think I bought that in a 9 just because that was the best available, So, and then again, more Yankees bias. 85 Donruss. I love the 85 Donruss set, and then just action stuff. Like this 89 Topps traded Henderson back on the A's again. It's a great looking shot. Yeah.
May I ask a question? You got all these graded cards and Tiffany versions. How much are these worth? How much do people pay for that card you just showed us?
That Henderson, maybe $50 and a 10.
Okay.
I haven't.
So they're not worth thousands of dollars. It's just these quality cards that you guys are showcasing right now that you love from the 80s.
Yes. It's not about the price. It's about just what, kind of resonates
with us about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
From what it just brings back the whole nostalgia of acquiring it back. You know what I mean? So it wasn't really about the value. I mean,
gotcha.
This is thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
But,
right.
Some cards like the Mattingly Tiffany, Joe, talk about the swing in value that's had over the last 2.5 years, 3 years.
Yeah.
You paid $1,200, right?
Right. I think, I think I might have maybe around that, around 1,200. And then, but every card, we've seen this crazy swing. So what was it? The beginning of COVID, that pandemic. I mean, there was a point where it had prices dropped a little bit, at the very beginning, and then some of my cards they went 5x, some 10x, and then I think what was it, middle of last year, when people started kind of getting back to their normal lives. especially modern cards, have plummeted hard.
Yeah.
So like it's been a roller coaster. Like if you were one of those people that got in at the beginning of COVID, you probably got in, you probably thought like, cards would just go up, 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 up to the moon. And we luckily, Vince and Phil, like we had some experience. Like this wasn't our first rodeo, but so there was a lot of like younger guys buying these modern, Prism cards that just got taken to the cleaners, to be honest with you. And a lot of their cards have like the vintage and the 80s cards have done, if you look at, over the last 3 years, have done really well. But some of and I admit, and some of the cards that I pulled out for biggest regrets are me I bought into the hype too a little bit. I ended up overpaying for a bunch of cards. But yeah, it's been crazy. It's been a roller coaster.
That Donruss Mattingly went down to around 600 or so at its low point before it just took off, because I was looking at it and I thought, that's crazy, $600 for this? Are you nuts? And then, what do I know?
The Donruss.
Yeah, it went down to 6. It went up to like whatever you paid for. It went down to $500-600, and then just from there to like $3 to $4 grand or $5 grand, whatever it is now.
LA Beast, did you fall into the NFT trap or Dogecoin trap or any other traps?
I actually started investing for the first time ever in my life in late 2020. And I do remember seeing Dogecoin when it was like 0.001 or whatever, but my investing app did not allow me to buy in. So like when it comes to crypto, the coins, all that stuff, it's like I kind of stay away. NFTs, I stay away. I have my own internal thought process to my investments. So
hey, you like to hold stuff in your hands. You got the cereal,
huh?
You like you maybe have a inclination to buy stuff that you can hold in your hands, like
right.
You've got
it's
the
like
stuff you
all
showed
the
earlier.
stuff. It's like walking into this room is like walking into a museum from the 80s.
Yeah,
it's like you're like this Batmobile, for instance. And like it's great. I played with this as a kid, but what I had to do, I'll showcase it really fast. I purchased the entire set, as you can see right here, which is crazy. So yeah,
impressive.
Right. I think it's amazing. Yes, to like come in here and be like, I played with this 30 years ago, and now I'm holding it in my hands. So, and with the Yankee, I have a Yankees card here. Tommy John. I think it was like 1989. Like I guess he had his surgery in the 70s or something. But my mom had to get like physical therapy, and I met Tommy John as he was also like getting rehab on his shoulder. So that's a great 80s card that I have right there. Go Yankees.
Yeah. So. The NFTs, I tried the NBA Top Shot for a little bit. Like I don't know if you guys checked that out, but it's like you own like a video of a guy like dunking a ball, but you don't own it. It didn't make any sense to me, so I don't.
Weird, yeah.
I'm the same way. I feel like I need. And PWCC called me the other day and asked me if I wanted to put my cards in their vault, and I was like, no, because then I won't have them. No. If I give them to you, you'll have them, and I won't. So I'm not interested in your vault. So,
what is that? Does that like increase the value of the vault or something? Like, do people? What is that? They just like store their cards there?
They store your cards. You can look at pictures. Like, so I guess the big thing is they're safe, right?
Right.
And they'll scan a picture of it, but then you don't have you don't physically have the card anymore. So
yeah,
it's just not for me. I guess I see value in it, but it's just not for me.
Sales tax benefits too, because it gets shipped to presumably that's the way PWCC operates. In alt, it gets shipped to a state that doesn't have sales tax. So on purchases, you can have stuff sent there directly. And with New York, what do you guys pay, like 8%?
Yeah, I think it's like that's what I was alluding to earlier. Is like the 8% sales tax or whatever it is, and then the shipping, and that's the nice thing about going to the national and not having to deal with those fees. So we have about 5 minutes left. Phil, did you have any 80s things that you pulled out that you want to show off?
The key card I still have, and maybe somebody can pull it up in Google or something, but it 86 tops Tiffany. We talked about Tiffany. Barry Bonds. Pop of what, 500, 600, a little high in today's standards, unfortunately, but it's widely known as Barry Bonds' key card. Not the most expensive card that he has. He's got, the O-Pee-Chee and he's got other stuff, but a very classic card from a classic set, kind of like 87 tops, 86 tops is one that was printed a lot, and it's very popular as a result. And Barry Bonds, you can say what you want. You can't say that he wasn't a great player. So I'm not going to say, stand up here on a pedestal saying he belongs in the Hall of Fame. I don't know. That's for other people that are smarter than me to decide. But I don't think I'm starting to believe that it might not matter to his value. Like, do you really think Pete Rose not being in the Hall of Fame really hurts his value that much? There's certain players that just transcend that, right? So, and Bonds does have a good chance of getting in, and Rose eventually too, right? The new era committee eventually, 2024, still going to need that 75% vote, right? But a new generation of voters at some point you'd think would get him in there, especially once they realize, wait, Jeff Bagwell, Pudge, and all these other guys, right. Who else each row? Who knows? There's another whistleblower like Insego that starts talking about, all these other guys cheated too. Maybe they didn't cheat for as long as like a Bonds did. Maybe their head didn't grow 3 times in circumference. But
look how small his head is.
Yeah.
Isn't there like a 87 Donruss like Barry Bonds, but it says Johnny Ray? It's like a error card.
Yes.
Yeah. Isn't that valuable or no?
It is.
It's like rare. It's rare.
Very valuable. Very valuable.
Gotcha. Right.
Yeah. Yeah. And the card you mentioned earlier, the no name on front, Frank Thomas. Good luck getting that card.
There's like 261 examples that exist or something. Like it's so little. It's so little. Yeah.
Right.
I think I spent I bought like 9 boxes of whatever 90s tops, and like now I have I like burned them in the fire out back, and then like put them out on cardboard night. Yeah. Crazy.
I think, that was like a limited distribution. There were only certain regions that got it. And I think
correct.
So the case is probably a certain serial number. So I mean, you can't open packs and expect it that. It's crazy.
Yeah.
There it is.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Who do we got working for us backstage?
Yeah.
Nice. No, that's quality. As we're talking, like, I appreciate the producers here that are putting this show on right now.
Yeah. What about when we were talking about? Where were you when we were talking about Nintendo cereal, Mike? I didn't see an image of Nintendo cereal. Or
I'll get it. I'll just go get it.
I think that tasted like Cap'n Crunch, didn't it? Because I used to eat that.
It was terrible. It was why would Nintendo, like, who wants to eat Nintendo? It's just disgusting.
I'll tell you what was terrible was C-3POs. I used to eat that shit just to get the Star Wars card out of the box.
There it is.
Hold on.
Let's see it.
Yep. Nintendo cereal system.
Oh,
it's got a little dent right there, but besides that, it's pretty spot on.
It's got Zelda, and what was the other game?
Super Mario Brothers 2, which is one of my favorite Nintendo games for sure.
Nice.
And then in front of that are 2 other Michael Jordan rookie cards, but for baseball.
Awesome. Nice. Yes.
Boom. And it's cool. Like on the back of this one, it says like Chicago Bulls. You can't really see it, but it's like Bulls, and then bam. So
I like that card.
Yeah. It's like what, $10, $20.
Yeah.
That Jordan Upper Deck card, 91. That was one that really peaked in the madness of 2020, 2021.
Yes.
That in a PSA 10, did that get past 2,000, and now it's back down to like 200. Insane.
It was not. Yeah, there was a point. I remember opening up a box of that, and it got like 10,000 views from people just opening up a box of that. Because people were like, "Oh my God, is he going to hit the Michael Jordan?" And it was like a $20 box of packs.
Yeah, and you get one in every 2 boxes or something.
Yeah, exactly. All right, guys, we're closing in on the. I want to make sure that we give time to the next. I think next up is going to be Diamond Yard Sports Cards. and I guess this is sorry to put you on the spot, Vince, but I'm going to let you decide. Phil, do you want to grab the rookie explosion box?
So basically, there are people that are trying a little too hard, but there was a couple of guys that I think were just doing it without thinking about about the contest, and one in particular made me laugh early on because he's right, and that was Ron Perry was close. Okay, so I was looking at Ron Perry. He was pretty funny in the chat here, but I think going back to the beginning, I think it was that 70s card show about can this guy even read? And you know what? I'm sitting here, and I got to tell you, I'm so tired. My eyes are glossed over, and I'm having a hard time reading. So I think the 70s card show, just for triggering me, just the humor there. Yeah, I think he's gonna get the rookie card explosion box.
Wow.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So I guess Phil, you're gonna have to figure out. Like, you'll get in touch with. Was it that 70?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Sounds good. $160 SRP. So you'll enjoy this one.
Are there
make a video.
Phil, are there any boxes available right now?
Yeah, so that's one of the biggest changes between now and last year. Since I've expanded, now there's a lot more availability. So one-time purchases, subscriptions, the original boxes are still very popular. But throughout the month, there'll usually be the high-end box and the football boxes, which will be available for one-time purchase or subscription at certain times, depending on before the 15th of the month or after the 15th. But yeah, high-end boxes are still available. And rcexplosionbox.com is where you find them.
Awesome.
It's 140 people tuning in a record. Did we set the record or no?
Nice. Is that what we have? 140 on?
145 people. Yeah.
Woo! Awesome. Mike,
I hope we set that record.
Is that the record for Palooza?
That's a record for this Palooza.
Yes.
Wow.
This year's Palooza or Joe's Paloozas?
Yeah, or my Palooza.
This year's Paloozas.
Oh, wow.
So,
I think I might have set the record last year because I was giving away a Jeter.
don't let it go to your head, Joe.
Hey, this time it has nothing to do with you. LA Beast, you pushed this out to people, didn't you?
Can I share my one regret? It's not a sports card, but I regret. I think it was like 97 or 98. I went to a Yankees game, and I regret not having a baseball because Derek Jeter signed my softball. As you can see,
awesome.
That's nice.
I was like, "Will you sign my softball, Mr. Jeter?" He's like, "Absolutely," and like he did. Yeah.
Is that what he said? Absolutely.
In your hands, that looks like a baseball.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
True. I did. Oh, it does. Yeah.
All right, guys. I want to thank everybody. Filmington, check out Filmington's channel. New York Yanks fan 7, Vince, check out his channel. LA Beast, maybe we can get him up to 3 million subscribers. Maybe we could add like 2 more subscribers to your channel.
I would do this again. If you guys do this again, I would totally join back in. So you let me know.
Awesome.
For sure.
Awesome.
Yeah, like it's fun to talk about what you're passionate about. And I think this is a cool hobby that not many people know about. And like we're gonna reintroduce it to the younger generation. So let's make it happen.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah. And thank you for like coming on short notice. I basically told him about this last night. And so thank you for coming on.
You just need to step up your lighting game, LA Beast, next time, if you don't mind.
Okay.
It's like perfect.
Yeah.
All right, Mike, thank you for having us. Awesome job by the bench clear guys, and all those super chats are going to Signature for Soldiers, which is awesome. So thanks, Mike, for setting that up.
Heck yeah.
All right, thanks everybody.
Have a good day.